Good afternoon, KELOLAND. I'm meteorologist Scott Muntz. We have a dry radar that may change a little in northeastern KELOLAND this afternoon, where it's 82 degrees in Aberdeen, 76 in Watertown, 81 in Sioux Falls and Pierce, 71 in Rapid City. Forecast for today showing afternoon highs in the 70s and 80s, mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. I'll have more details on your forecast coming up as we begin midday in KELOLAND.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, Midday in KELOLAND.
A woman pleads guilty to manslaughter and arson in connection with a case last summer. Plus,
the deadline looms to reach a deal on the debt ceiling. I'm Natalie Brand on Capitol Hill with what both sides are demanding as negotiations continue.
Good afternoon and thanks for having us in. New this midday, we have an update on a homicide case from last summer. 35-year-old Jerry Jensen has now pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter and first-degree arson. In court this morning, Jensen admitted to starting a fire at an apartment building on North Grange Avenue in Central Sioux Falls last July after getting into an argument with another woman at the Lucky Lady Casino. The victim who died, 53-year-old Sharice Admire, had nothing to do with the fight. Jensen's sentencing is scheduled for June 20th. She faces a maximum sentence of up to life in prison. KELOLAND's Lauren Solik will take a look back at this case for us tonight on KELOLAND News. New this midday, the man wanted in connection with the death of a Yankton woman is now charged with murder. 31-year-old Adrian Lund made his first court appearance this morning. The judge set bond at $500,000 cash only. Court documents say he stabbed a woman in the chest late Monday night, and the victim knocked on a neighbor's door before collapsing in the hallway and yelled that it was Adrian who stabbed her. Lund left the apartment building, and according to an affidavit, he threw some of his clothing along the river. The victim died at the hospital. Police found Lund yesterday afternoon and made an arrest. He's scheduled to be back in court in the near future. Switching gears to weather, we're going to see another hot day out there, aren't we, Scott?
Oh, definitely. Numbers well above average. We're talking temperatures mainly in the low to middle 80s, maybe even a little warmer for some of us. And this trend will continue over the next several days, probably carry us straight through this holiday weekend. And if that happens, we'll be looking for some much-needed rain. I think the area that has the best chance to see that will be across western South Dakota over the next several days. KELOLAND Live Doppler HD. It's dry. There may be an isolated shower or thundershower found this afternoon in northeastern KELOLAND. You do see that on Futurecast, maybe around 3 o'clock from near Aberdeen to Watertown. Anything that develops will move to the north, maybe slightly to the northwest, and then we'll have to watch western South Dakota for a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms as we do go through the overnight hours. Temperatures right now are in the 70s and 80s, so it's already a warm day. Many locations already above their average high. We'll go with a high of 85 in Sioux Falls, mostly sunny to partly cloudy. A couple of clouds tonight, but dry as temperatures do fall to the lower 60s. In northeastern South Dakota, Aberdeen, we'll have temperatures in the middle 80s throughout the afternoon. There's that isolated chance for shower, thunder shower. That's why you see 20% over the partly cloudy icon there at 4 o'clock. Anywhere from Aberdeen to Watertown may have an isolated shower or thunder shower develop. In central South Dakota, temperatures will hit the middle 80s for afternoon highs, mostly sunny, only falling to the middle 60s for overnight lows. And for western South Dakota, temperature will hit 80 degrees in Rapid City with that mostly sunny sky. We'll have to wait until Thursday to see better chances for showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, for today, many locations will hit at least the middle 80s. I'll have more details on a KELOLAND Live Doppler forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. Spring is in full bloom with flowers around nearly every corner. But on the busy concrete jungle that is 41st Street in Sioux Falls, there's one local business that stands out with a big pop of color. And it's not only the blue and white paint covering the building. The outside of Nick's Gyros is covered in flowers every spring and summer, thanks to the restaurant's 74-year-old founder.
I'm retired now, and my son took over the business. And I like to come here to see my customers. Plus, looks like it to me, I love outside to do all the decorations with my flowers. And everybody, customers coming here, Eddie is so beautiful again. I love it.
Collectors have been hooked on Knicks for the past 42 years, and the pride this business still brings the original owner. Coming up in tonight's Eye on KELOLAND at 10 o'clock. Today marks a somber 1 year since the mass shooting that killed 19 children and 2 teachers at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. The rampage shocked the nation, only to be followed by many other mass shootings over the past year. It is considered one of the deadliest school shootings in Texas history. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis plans to officially announce later today that he's running for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination. 3 people familiar with the plans tell CBS News that DeSantis will make the announcement in a live appearance on Twitter with the social media platform's owner, Elon Musk. Several other GOP candidates, including former President Donald Trump, South Dakota Senator Tim Scott, and former Governor Nikki Haley, have already entered the race. The June 1st deadline to raise the debt ceiling is approaching fast, but the White House and House Republicans are still not anywhere near a deal that would avoid the first default in the country's history. Natalie Brand has details from Capitol Hill.
Negotiations on the debt ceiling are continuing today with time running out to reach a deal.
I'm sending our negotiation team down to the White House to try to finish up the negotiations with the White House. There's a number of places that we are still far apart.
The White House has offered to cap spending at current budget levels for the next 2 years, but Republicans say that's not enough savings.
You're spending more than you've ever done. You've got more revenue than ever coming. And I don't understand why Democrats think they can't find $1 to cut.
Democrats say proposed GOP cuts go too far.
The Republicans in the House want to cut billions and billions of dollars in a way that would hurt public safety, hurt teachers, hurt health care, hurt nutrition, and hurt veterans.
The Treasury Secretary continues to warn June 1st is when the U.S. runs out of money to pay its bills. But some lawmakers have questioned that timeline.
Well, we'd like to see more transparency on how they come to that date.
Even as both sides seem far apart, the White House remains optimistic an agreement will be reached in time. But lawmakers need a bill written by this weekend in order to avoid an historic default. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Lawmakers say they are still planning to go home for the Memorial Day weekend, but House Speaker McCarthy has told his members they need to be able to get back to the Capitol within 24 hours.